Should UTME last for 4 years or 1?
I would like to support the motion that a UTME exam should last for 4 years.
Okay.
Yeah, because considering the amount of students that write the exam every year, because you have to write UTME at the same time you go for post-UTME. You understand? Okay. So why do they go for post-UTME and still continue writing the same post-UTME every year? It doesn't make sense.
Okay.
Because the stress is telling on. In fact, UTME, I don't think they can manage the amount of the students that are writing the exam on annual basis.
Okay.
They can't.
Okay.
They can't. So at least it will bring some sanity to the system, because ordinarily, if you, like someone like me, I wrote UTME for like 4 times before I was able to get admitted in school, you understand? So it doesn't make any sense. So if I should write once, and I know that my exam will last me for 4 years, because yes, in some organization, like if you pass their exam and you're already in the system, they will tell you that, okay, this promotional exam that you wrote will still last you for like about 2 years before you got it. So if there's opening, you can easily put in for it without writing another exam.
It shouldn't last for more than 1 year. SAT is not for general. It's a general purpose exam. UTME is a specific purpose exam.
Okay.
There's nowhere in the world where entrance examination into the place is done, is carried over.
Okay.
It's only once you've done it and you cannot make it, you are gone with that stream.
Okay.
So it shouldn't last for more than 1 year.
Okay.
So with the number of people that will be doing it every year, we are waiting admission every year, will probably be multiples.
Okay.
If exam done in 2000 is valid for 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004. So there'll be multitude of people that are applying, and there'll be no end to it.
Okay.
It's not a school certificate exam. There's no certificate for it. It's just an chance examination. It is not a certificated examination. So it shouldn't last for more than a year. For the purpose for which it is being done is to get into the university in a particular year.
Okay.
And not for a certification to get into any other thing.
All right.
I think either way,
okay,
the corruption will still spring up.
Okay.
If we are talking of space, and you ask, why wouldn't they, like, if you have 500 that are, like, qualified to enter, and you're taking 300,
okay,
why not line up 200 already? They know they have admission next year. You understand? So that from the fresh list, you're taking another 100 to add to the 200 you already have. Because I hope they have probably gotten the universities involved. Do you understand? Okay. Because there must be, if you leave it like that, somebody will just make a proposal and then go. What if the university says, well, we want fresh graduates? And then you ask them, who can wait? Is it the person with 300 over 500 or 400, as the case may be, or 180 or 200? Do you understand?
Right.
So that people will have chances, like, if I don't make it up to 300 and I have the chance of taking another exam, I will choose either the new one or the old one, and then present it. But because if you leave it open like that, there will be corruption.
Okay.
People will say, well, and then you ask yourself, the guy that said I took 7 years and he's been passing. Some people have 300 and you see them take 250. People have 200, they take 180. So we should streamline and insist on these things are done, and then it's open. So that students will know, I'm waiting and I'm on the list.
Okay.
You don't have to take an exam. You don't have to wait. All you know is that you are sure of an exam next year.
Yeah.
There's a placement for you next year.
Yeah.
So you know, and you don't have to take. But if there's no placement and you have like 200 or 250, chances are, why not take again and see if you can have 250? But then, with your 250, and then the person with 200, who is taking?
I don't agree with the lady. They should do it yearly, not 4 years. If they do that 4 years to encourage corruption,
okay,
they will make the lecturer will be rich, because some students will go in advance and what they call settle themselves down. So it's better to do it yearly. If you don't get it this year, next year you sit and go.
Okay.
But if you say you do it 4 years, lecturer will be rich. People will just, Nigeria, we are corrupt, both left and right.
I want to align with the 4 year thing, or even if you're not making it 4 years, 2 years, 3 years. But now, if you want to do it that way, that means there should be some readjustments to the issue of the entrance into schools.
Okay.
If you make it 4 years, then the admission process, the exam that will be done on a yearly basis will be the school exam. You know, like in Nigeria, we always make things difficult for the citizenry.
Okay.
Children write JAMB every year, write school entrance exams. They write the JAMB. They will now write the what do they call it in schools now, sir? They will write that one, which is like double exams for you to get admission, and each of them you write them every year. But for what happens with all these other ones like that, you write that exam, it takes you like 5 years, 6 years, then you will write the entrance exams with the schools on a yearly basis. So somebody that have written JAMB, but then they have to make the JAMB to be like, okay, you have a fit score of 250, rather than the usual way of altering the pass mark every year, maybe because some students could not meet up. Generally, students did not meet up with a good mark. They will reduce the cutoff mark to 200. Some year they will make it 250. Some year they will make it 300.
Right.
But then schools, things like that, they have a fixed. If you get up to this point, you pass.
Yes.
Then you can use it for the next 4 years, and you can now approach schools for entrance exams. So the schools now have the liberty to organize entrance exams. So whether you have your score for 3 years, you can write the school entrance exams.
Okay.
But here we make things difficult for ourselves.
Okay.
So we're writing every year, write JAMB, and then you go to individual schools to go and write their entrance. It's killing, and it's just suppressing making parents spend over and over, students suffering and all that.
I think I agree with the fact that UTME should last for 4 years.
Okay.
I overheard somebody saying something about the new school leavers competing with the people that have written and are not able to get into school.
Right.
I don't see that as a point, because they are competing with them anyways if the deal does not pass.
Okay.
Because if I didn't get into school the previous year, I'm going to write JAMB again, and I'm competing with you anyway. So
Right.
I don't think it makes any sense. Just like whoever proposed that deal has thought it through, I don't see it anywhere in the world where they're going to write an exam and it's only valid for just one usage or 1 year in this case.
Okay.
I mean, let's even leave the academic environment. Let's go to the professional work environment. If I write an exam, let's say a promotion exam, and I didn't get it for some reason, maybe somebody did better, it's still valid, maybe for at least another 1 year or another pre-agreed time period. So for this reason, I do think the UTME should be valid for, even if not 4 years, or at the very least 2 years, or maybe 3. For 1 year, I don't think so. This is a system that I've faulted as far back as I was in secondary school. You know what I mean? I don't know all of these metrics as at then, but I understood that it's not supposed to be like that.
Okay.
If that was the case, why are we writing WAEC and then leaving WAEC for WAEC validity is about 10 years? Why not write WAEC every year? So why are we writing WAEC that has validity of 10 years? The syllabus are not changed like that. And then we're writing JAMB again. So if you look at all of these JAMB past questions, you know, they're all around the same syllabus. So why am I repeating it again?